Hey, you know, I usually don't do these kind of fashionista. I'm no fashionista. I'm the first person to admit that right now. But I did get this really nice coat in the mail. Apparently it's about 150 bucks or so, just basic retail, but I was able to get it for 80 bucks because they're having a sale on this leogary.com website that was being advertised on Facebook. And you might recognize it from what fandom it's from. I'm not just going to say it because it should be obvious at this point. But I like it. It's a really high quality coat. I can see why it has a bigger price tag on it, seeing as it's made out of real leather and like real lamb's wool in the lining, and as well as lamb's wool cuffs. And on top of that, it has actually two functional non-superfluous pockets here that are very nice. I definitely always appreciate function, not just fashion. And on top of that, if it gets actually cold and you want to zip it up, and it has a design I've never seen in any coats or jackets ever in my entire life. It has, instead of, you know, some sort of Velcro or like a little pin to like buckle it, or like a button, instead of that, it has here a like a neck belt that you fasten it, that you can fasten this with here. And hold on, it's kind of hard to do when you don't have a proper mirror. So that when it gets cold, you don't need a scarf, you just basically fasten it up on the neck. I know I didn't do it right, but I'm kind of going for time here. And also, if it gets a little cooler and for some reason if you want to tighten it along close to the waistline here, it also has these belts, like mini belts along the left and right side of the jacket, if you want to keep warm that way. So honestly, yeah, I really do like this jacket. Is it worth $80? I'd say, considering the materials that it's made from, I'd say yes, it's definitely worth 80 bucks. It kind of sucked that I have to wait about 2.5 to 3 weeks for it to get here because it was shipped from China. But that's really the only downside of seeing this so far. Oh yeah, another downside, because of the very high quality fabric that it's made out of, it does need to be, it cannot be washed in a washer, it cannot be washed in or dried in a dryer, that it cannot be dried. It has to be air dried, hang dried, it has to be hang dried, and I believe it can only be dry cleaned. You can't just put it in a dryer and then, or in a washer and dry, and you know, wash and dry it that way. You have to dry clean it, and or if it's a small like stains or smudges, you have to hand wash it as well. Hand wash and dry cleaning is the only way you can clean it. You cannot put it in a regular washer, so it's a little less convenient and more expensive that way if you need to clean and maintain this jacket. But honestly, that's really the only drawbacks I see. It's just, it's less convenient to, you know, wash it than it is for most any other jacket. But that's really it. It's a very good jacket. I certainly recommend it. And yeah, that's all I really got here. This is probably going to be the one and only sort of fashion genre video I ever make ever.